Can a single source of truth work in highly dynamic work environments? It brings up again the misconception about what a single source of truth actually is.
Paperless movement, your productivity, your way.
In ICOR, in the ICOR methodology, single source of truth is a core element, and that's why it's really important to understand what we mean by this. And it's not one single app where you have everything in there. A single source of truth, a single place where you know that a specific type of information will be stored only in this place. You could have a single source of truth for your action items, and you can have a single source of truth for your information. And the moment you work on an action item and you need some information relevant to this action item, you know in which single source of truth you need to look up the relevant information. But it's not only the tools. It could be inside the action item. A task itself could become a single source of truth for this task. So if I need to work on this task and I'm collecting information relevant to the task, I can add all this information inside the task. So it's everything at hand the moment I need to work on this task, which also means if I have a meeting talking about a task, I can open up the task and the decisions made about the task will go to the comments. Anything throughout the week people add goes to this task. So that becomes the single source of truth for everybody working on the task or want to be informed about the task to go to this task and get all the information needed.
Yes, I would like to add that the most aggressive work environment that you can imagine is the one that we are facing every single day. That's why we delivered ICOR to bring a solution to that work environment. You need a productivity system in place when you are, suffering all kinds of damages. And that's what ICOR brings here. It brings the possibility that no matter how dynamic, how high the level of pressure you are suffering, you are going to be able to deal with it without any problem, reducing the anxiety, reducing and eliminating the stress, and producing at your best without burning out. That's the main purpose and mission of ICOR, and that's what we deliver. So the single source of truth becomes an element that is crucial. The point is that that's for me an intermediate step. I send the things to an inbox because I know that a routine will take care of it. A routine is a container of tasks, of elements that I will follow and execute one by one. So I got an item, for instance, inside one of my routines that say, check to-doist inbox. So I go there and then I start processing the items. Imagine that action was that I wanted to call someone related to a project. Then I think about the impact of that task and I think, no, this needs to go to this project. I need to create a task properly there with all the information, with a link to the client, whatever. The more context I add, the better I will execute the task. And if I need to delegate it, the recipient will have much more information so that he won't come back to me asking about additional information. That's the moment that task that I've created related to this call becomes, it's in its single source of truth. That's the final destination. It's linked to the project. I added content. It's properly put in the right place so that everyone, even myself, can perfectly execute and complete it. Imagine that it was an idea about an article. Well, I can bring it to my PKM to develop. If I think that that makes sense, I will go into my project management system where we have one area, one single source of truth that we call work streams, where we have different workflows. Each one represents one article in this case. So there I can create that action item that tells me that I need to create that article, write it, edit, publish it. And that's the single source of truth for that element that started as a thought that emerged out of the blue. I send it to my Tana inbox. I process it thanks to the routine. I create it properly in the final destination. In this case, all the articles, all the YouTube, all the podcast episodes, that we have different elements and containers to store this type of elements so that at any moment we can quickly go to that single source of truth, knowing that we will find there the right information with the right contents and with everything in place. So the moment that you perfectly control the concept of a single source of truth and you are able to implement it and you are able to use it daily without any friction is the moment that you can state that you have a productivity system in place that it won't fail. It's impossible to fail.
So how do you feel after seeing all this? Do you think your productivity system is at this level? Take our free 3-minute quiz to find out. Whether you struggle with note-taking, PKM, task or project management, or even workflow automation, we've got you covered. Depending on your results, you'll get a tailor-made free email course starting right after you finish the quiz that will instantly level up your productivity system with laser-focused actionable advice. Click the link in the description below and unlock your full potential. And we are personally here to help you succeed. So let's ICOR together.